Welcome back, everybody. Blessed be. So, working with body energies, working with our energies. If you haven't already watched the warning, go and watch the warning. Working with energies is something you need to take seriously. Okay? Now, we've already looked at growing the tree roots into the ground, visualizing your energy as white light going down, taking up earth energy, channel it through your body, through your arm. We've then looked at circulating the energy around and hopefully feeling. You might get some feeling of it, you might not. It might take a while. Not everybody, people don't experience energy in the same way. It can work differently. None of this may work for you, but this is what I do. This is what I find helps, or helped when I started. So the next thing that I want to explain is, if you've ever looked at shiatsu or acupuncture or anything like that, or any of the other kind of therapies and stuff, you may know that our energy flows around the body. It actually has a flow, and it can flow clockwise or anti-clockwise up and around the body. And the way I'm doing it is probably wrong. So, but it will actually flow around the arms, okay? And just to give you an understanding of this little bit more, this one is definitely a two-person one. But if you were to have your arms out, you could, with somebody having their arms out, you can actually, without touching, you can brush down the arm, or you can actually brush it with two arms down, okay? Or you can actually down the arm, you can actually push the flow if someone's arms here, where the flow comes down and up, you can actually, without touching them, you can actually encourage the flow. Now, what you kind of do is, I think this is a bit to do with kinesiology. I think it's kinesiology type of stuff. But if you have your arms out and with somebody lightly applying pressure, now with this you've got to be honest to yourself on what you feel, okay? This is really subtle stuff, okay? But by applying pressure and by having them move the energy around, you can either strengthen so that you don't have your arms pressed down, or you can weaken so that your arms go down easier, okay? And that's by manipulating the flow of energy that goes around us, okay? So it can be manipulated to be stronger or manipulated to be weaker. Now this is really important stuff to understand, how subtle it is to increase or decrease your energy, okay? Now you can go one step further on this exercise and this also brings in the circulating energy. So if someone's got their arm out, what you can actually do around their arm is, without touching their arm, you can actually draw the energy and throw it into the floor. It gets thrown into the floor. Now, in throwing that into the floor, if you've done this arm and thrown that into the floor, what will tend to happen is this arm will be taking the energy from there and trying to compensate to this arm. And if you test lightly before of how strong they can hold their arm out, and then do it once it's been thrown into the floor, it should go down easier. And again, this is learning about your body's energy. So by doing that, now what you can then do is, where you've learnt the circulating energy, you can hold their shoulder from here and their arm like this, and you can then draw up your energy, do your tree roots, body energy in and you can circulate your energy around, and you can actually recharge their energy. And then if you do it again, their strength should be back. And that's being able to actually circulate your energy that we were doing on the last one, but you're actually being able to recharge somebody else's energy by drawing yours up and bringing it round. It's a really, really interesting kind of exercise. Now, for now we're going to call that stealing energy. Basically, you're taking somebody else's energy from them, and then we're going to recharge it. Okay? Now, a lot of these are just kind of basic techniques, learning to manipulate your body, something that you can play around with somebody else that you're learning to do energy with. Some of these, I'm afraid, not so easy if you're by yourself, but you can still practice the visualization of what you're doing with the energy and getting an understanding. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention on this is that purely your thought and what you're thinking can affect your energy. So if you're cold, if it's out here and it's a cold day, I'm feeling cold, my energy's going to kind of be closed in, I'm not feeling so bright and whatever. If you were to do any of these energy exercises where you're testing how strong you are, if you tried that and you're cold, or even visualize, let's say you don't like going to the dentist or something like that, something you really don't like, something you really don't want to be doing, you'll find that your energy is lower. Now, if you then look at something that, let's say, going on holiday in a really nice hot warm place, and you're visualizing that, or you think about something that really makes you charged and really makes you feel good, you do a little test on how that then makes you feel. Now, having your mindset in the right way for using energy is important. Eventually, some of these films, I should have mentioned this earlier, but eventually this is going to look at casting a circle or having the ability to cast a circle using your energy. You can go into use it doing candle magic or personal protection. There's a whole load of stuff that you need to be able to use your energy or channel energy to be able to do it. And it's by working on these basics that allows you to have your control over your energy to do these things. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any comments, drop them down below. Do a like and subscribe. Hit the bell for the next film. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Blessed be.